Hey glam dolls, welcome back to our channel. I hope you guys are fabulous today. So, I have another foundation video for you guys. It's a foundation I bought months ago to try out for you guys, but as you know, like 30 foundations have come out all at the same time, so it's been really hard to try to get through them all. And we are going to be testing out a drugstore foundation. I like doing the drugstore ones because I feel like people are sleeping on the drugstore. I personally sleep on the drugstore a lot. I have fallen in love with my high-end foundations, but every once in a while, I will find something amazing at the drugstore. And I feel like I find like this secret gem that no one knows about. So there's some amazing drugstore foundations out there. I know L'Oreal's got a couple that I love. Maybelline's got a couple that are like holy grails to people. So today we're actually going to be testing out a couple products from Maybelline. The first one is the foundation Maybelline Dream Urban Cover foundation that came out about 3 months ago that I'm barely reviewing now because, not because I'm late, I bought it when it came out. I'm only late because this is the first time I've been able to freaking film a review for it. And then we're also going to be trying the new Maybelline Superstay 24-hour full coverage foundation. I know my lighting is kind of jacking it all up, but it's there. It's there. So first we'll go ahead and start off talking about the Dream Urban Cover Foundation. It claims to be full coverage and it's a protective makeup sunscreen. It's broad spectrum and it's 50 SPF, you guys. SPF 50, which is phenomenal to me. Absolutely phenomenal because I am somebody, I hate wearing sunscreen. I hate the smell of sunscreen. I know I should, so I usually like to find foundations or moisturizers that already have it mixed in. And lately, I've been using the Pure Lease moisturizer that has an SPF 30, and I like the IT Cosmetics because they have SPF in theirs as well. There's a few other foundations of mine that usually have like SPF 15, 20, or 30. But that's, I don't know, I don't feel like that's enough SPF for a person. And I love that this one is SPF 50. I feel like this is the base coverage that we actually need. You don't want to end up like me who baked in the sun and now I've got sunspots hiding under here. You guys have all seen me with my makeup off. You guys know I have these two dark brown spots that literally popped up overnight, and it's literally sun damage from fake and baking. So now I definitely make sure I wear my SPF every single day. Very important. I don't want to look older than I already do. And this also is great because it's antioxidant enriched and it is also a pollution protector as well. So it's going to shield your face from pollutants, like even as you're walking or just even sitting or being outside or anywhere, like the pollutants literally just attack your face and attach to your face, and that's harsh on your skin. So this is going to protect you and create a barrier of those pollutants, especially if you're someone like me who lives in a big city. Our pollution is horrible here overall, and there's just so many different pollutants in the air anyway that just really are horrible on your skin. So this is going to help, and I think that's amazing. By the way, I also got the color 128 Warm Nude. It matches my body, not my face. You guys are going to see, because I wear so much SPF on my face is really white compared to my body, which is how I think most people are. So this is the color of my body, not my face. And then I got the Maybelline Superstay full coverage undercover concealer in the color Fair 10. I think they had 1 or 2 shades lighter than this one. So this comes in a little plastic tube like this, and it's got this little flat applicator here. This tube I'm not so much a fan of. So one thing I want to mention off the bat, I've only used this about 2 or 3 times now. And this feels empty. Like, it feels so empty. It felt empty the first day I bought it. It feels like, I don't know if you could hear it. Feels like there's no product in there. Like, nothing at all. As a matter of fact, it says it has 0.23 fluid ounces. I'm going to check one of my other concealers and see how much is in there. This one right here, the Stay Naked, has 0.35 ounces. And so this one definitely has less in here. And this one just overall feels like it has nothing in it. Nothing in it. I'm not saying that there is nothing in it, but I feel like there's barely nothing in it. And this is like all air. Like, I feel like this is misleading packaging. Very, very misleading packaging. There is hardly anything in this thing. The claims on this is it claims to last up to 24 hours. It claims to be waterproof, transfer resistant, smudge resistant, and lasting transformation. And it has the paddle applicator. It also says to use your fingers to blend, but that's definitely not going to happen. I will be using my beauty blender, and we're going to blend it out with that and see how it works. So let's go ahead and test these two out. I'm going to be wearing them throughout the day as normal and checking in with you guys at the end of the day and letting you guys know how it held up. So I will see you guys in just a sec. Okay, dolls, we are going to start off with a nice helping of the yayyyy primer. I love this because it is so like silicone-y without being silicone-y, if that makes sense, and it just puts a nice barrier down. And now we're going in with the Dream Urban Cover Foundation directly on the Beauty Blender, and I forgot that a little bit of this goes a very long way, so I put way too much. It is a nice full coverage from the start, very nice full coverage, but because I put too much, I'm going in with the clean side of my Beauty Blender and soaking up the excess. And as you can see, full coverage from the bat, a nice dewy like glow, but it does dry down matte, I will say. And now we're going in with the Super Stay concealer, and it has that nice paddle tip, and I kind of like this for distributing the product because it helps a little bit go a very long way. And I'm putting it on like I normally would because I use this to contour or highlight the inside of my face, the center, and just dabbing that out. And as you can see, it's actually more of a medium than a super full coverage. I would say maybe a medium full, but I can still see my dark spots peeking through, so that's how I judge it. And then since we're using Maybelline face products, I am using the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is still one of my favorites from the drugstore, like literally one of the best no matter what skin type you have. I have combo skin, and this is one of the few that look good on my dry areas, and it doesn't make you look drier or cakey. That's why I love it. And then I'm just going to bronze up with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and add some color back into my face. I was going to try to keep this primarily like Maybelline stuff, but my favorite Maybelline bronzer is completely out, so that's why I went in with that. And then I'm using the Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D to contour and make my forehead just a little bit smaller and my double chin just a little bit smaller, or at least appear to be a little bit smaller. And then for blush, I'm using my Lancome sheer blush. I forget what it's called. It's sheer something. And I love this blush because it is just that, just a sheer coat of pink. And then I'm using my Fenty Beauty highlighter, and I'm using the matte side for my nose. It's still got a little shine in there, but not as much. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes off camera and be back in just a second to talk to you guys about the foundation. Okay, dolls, I got the rest of my makeup on, and I am not gonna lie, I love the way this foundation looks. And I was really shocked because I really thought, because this said it was so full coverage and the fact that it had SPF and all that, I really, really was nervous about this. And as a matter of fact, when I first tried this, my skin was going through some ish, and I didn't really like it very much. But the last couple times I've used this, so far, it's laid down very, very nicely. I will say I haven't worn it much throughout a whole work day yet, so this will be a first to wear it throughout the work day and let you know. And on the Super Stay 24-hour concealer, it didn't provide a lot of coverage like I thought it was going to, even though it said this was a full coverage under eye. Maybe it's because this was already so much coverage, but I did really like how it laid down and how it's not super drying under the eyes. A lot of these full coverage ones have a tendency to look cakey or really dry me out when they're like 24-hour type concealers, but Maybelline has always had their concealers on lock. Like, they do concealers and foundations really, really well. So I had a feeling it was gonna work out. So we're going to go ahead and try these both out throughout a very hot day. It's going to be like 104 degrees today through my work day. So we'll see how this goes. One thing I did want to mention is the concealer feels very empty. Like, just buying it, it feels like there's nothing in here. So I don't feel like there's a lot of product in here, which I mentioned, you know, previously, but I had to like dip in and kind of scrape the sides already, and I've only used this a total of 3 times. So I don't know, I don't really like this packaging. I don't like how they try to make it look like there's more than there really is when there's hardly anything in here. That's the only downfall. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna go wear this throughout the day and see how it holds up. So I will be seeing you guys in 2.2 seconds. Okay. Okay, Glam Dolls, we have fast forwarded to the end of the day, and I wanted to show you guys how the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Foundation and the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Under Eye Concealer has held up. Lighting is a little crazy because of my ring light, but I want to give you guys my overall thoughts on this foundation. I absolutely love it. I love it. So if you have oily skin, you're definitely going to need to touch up or really set this and use like a mattifying setting spray to get you through at least the summer days. I think this is going to be a great wintertime foundation for everybody, but for the summertime, if you are somebody who gets oily, definitely set it. I look very dewy right now towards the end of the day, and as long as you don't touch your skin, you'll be fine. But if I touch my skin, this is definitely good. It feels sticky. It's going to transfer. But where I'm really dry, it has held up perfectly, you guys. Absolutely perfect. And it hasn't really separated or anything. That's one good thing about it. It may be very dewy, but it is stayed in place, and it hasn't really sunken in very bad to my smile lines. Like, normally I get a lot of creasing and separating. Now my smile lines are obviously there, and it's there. I mean, it's not going to cover, but normally it sinks really bad. Most foundations do, and it kind of separates a little bit for me. This did not do that at all. It just created this really dewy kind of look. If you're somebody who's into a really matte look, this is probably not going to be the one for you. But I like a dewy look, especially because I am somebody with dry skin. I am also aging, and a little bit of dewy luminescence just kind of vibes with that younger, fresh skin, especially one that's going to stay in place. And it is SPF 50, you guys. That's even better. So I really dig this foundation. This is 2 thumbs up for me. Maybelline killed it again. This needs to be hyped up more than it is because it really is a phenomenal foundation, and I love that it is SPF 50. Do you know how hard that is to find in a foundation? To me, this reminds me a lot of the It Cosmetics Bye Bye foundation. That's what this reminds me a lot of, but I think I like this one better. It just, I don't know, I feel like it stays better for me. Now on to the concealer, the Maybelline Superstay Concealer. This is supposed to last 24 hours. Obviously, we're not going to try that. But if you're somebody that has oily eyelids or oily eye like area, this is going to be perfect for you because I am matte as matte can be. It did not crease. It did not I can't explain it. It looks so just soft. Like other concealers either make me look really dry if they don't crease, or they end up separating or, not staying put. I love this. I don't think that the full coverage is there like they're saying. It is more of a medium at best, but it got the job done and it stayed freaking put, and it's not very thick or heavy, and I think it just did a great job. So again, another 2 thumbs up for me. Desi Glam Life approved. Overall, I'm very happy with both of these and how they turned out. I highly recommend them. If you've tried them, let me know your thoughts down below. Oh, and also, while we're at it, I have a giveaway going on. It's only going to be up for a couple of more days to enter to win the Morphe and Jeffree Star Artistry palette right here. So all you need to do is leave a comment down below to earn an extra entry in, and you can go to the last 2 videos that I have posted that will be linked at the end right here, and you can leave a comment there, and that'll get you another bonus entry into the giveaway. 1 comment per person will count. You can leave multiple comments, but only one of your comments is going to count. I will be replying to your comment with a number, and then I'm going to use a random number generator, and whatever number is drawn is going to be the winner, and the contest rules are also down below in the description box. So good luck to everybody, and I will see you guys in a couple of days to give away a palette.